school bus loaded with nearly 24 children flipped over during morning rush hour. And that is where we begin as we learn more about the bus crash we first told you about as breaking news this morning. Chopper 10 was over the scene in Norfolk where a bus carrying 22 students and a driver flipped over. The bus was leaving Granby High School heading to Votech.
The scene was at Tidewater Drive and Thole Street near the interstate on-ramp to 64 East. They were told the bus hit the Jersey wall and then flipped on its side. Several students and the driver were taken to local hospitals.
And that is where we find 10 on your side's Andy Fox and Erin Kelly with team coverage. Let's begin, though, with Andy. Andy, what have you learned?
Well, here's where DePaul is, and it is clearly evident that, according to police, sun played a factor in this, that the driver was blinded by the sun, and that led to the chain of events that led to the bus tipping over. I will tell you, it was a chaotic scene, and yet it was also very calm. Emergency personnel on the scene it was very orderly. But, of course, there were a lot of frantic moments inside that bus when it tipped over. Now, when we got here to DePaul, 9 of the students plus the driver were here with only minor injuries, and we are also very thankful about that. At this hour, only 3 are still here, including the driver. But this is what it looked like when everything changed for students leaving from Granby High School. Bus 269 had just left from Granby High School, taking several students to vocational education classes. At the intersection of Thole and Tidewater Drive, it appears the bus driver was blinded by the rising sun. Kristen Stewart was driving behind the bus.
We were coming straight across here, and he hit the guardrail and went up and flipped over the sun.
Police are also telling us the bus driver said blinding sun was an issue. 11th grader Brian Roper was on the bus.
We were going across the intersection, and then we went directly over the median, like right over that little ramp.
Also on the bus, 11th grader Samaj Haynes.
We came down this street, we were moving a little bit fast, and then we got right to there. Like, that's gonna be really bad. And then we just hit the ground. Like he said, everybody started screaming.
The students say after the bus tipped, lots of screaming and climbing and trying to get out. The back door was open, and it appears some of the students got out that way. So she turned over. Then what happened with everyone on the bus?
Everybody just started screaming, and then when I looked away, like my friend Sean was on me, and I looked to the right, somebody was behind me. Everybody just got up and got out of the bus as fast as they could.
Students were taken to DePaul Hospital here and also to Centera Norfolk General. My colleague Erin Kelly was down there and actually spoke with one of the students who had just checked out of the hospital. Erin, what do you have for us?
Well, thanks, Andy. And here at DePaul, we're also expecting there to be 2 students and the bus driver to be discharged here at some point today. But again, we were at Centera Norfolk General Hospital earlier where there were 3 students. There was a boy and 2 girls there earlier this morning. According to a representative from that hospital, there were minor injuries for those students, complaints of pain, but no broken bones. A representative from the school did come by to check on the students. We talked to an 11th grade student who was on the bus. Her mother took her to Centera just to make sure that everything was okay.
I was yelling, I was telling everybody to get out because we don't know if it was going to blow up or it was leaking or not, and everyone was scared. So one of the kids kicked the back door open so we can get out.
And she told us she had some bruises but was okay, was going to take the rest of the day off. We did talk to her mother as well. You're going to hear from more of them coming up on WAVY News 10 beginning at 4. Live in Norfolk, Erin Kelly, 10 on your side.